Adrian and I love Oslo. As a matter of fact, it's one of my two most favorite cities in the world. And the other one, of course, is Tokyo. But why Oslo? Let me show you why this city is so amazing and why you should consider visiting too. In this travel guide, I'll be sharing some tips on where to go, what to do, food recommendations, and some important travel tips you don't want to miss, including money-saving tips, especially since it's a well-known fact that Oslo is not a cheap destination to visit. Oslo is located in the southeastern part of Norway, at the northern end of the Oslofjord. It lies near the country's southern coast, bordered by forested hills and waterways. Oslo is also recognized for many initiatives towards clean energy and doing what's best for the environment. The city is clean, compact, and you will see many electric vehicles throughout the city, including two things that I used throughout this trip, a scooter and a bike. I'll show you guys later how you can do this too. So, what is there to do in Oslo? Well, let me show you a few places I visited and activities you can do, including one winter activity so unique and a whole lot of fun to do. I've been to Oslo a few times before, but on this particular trip, I spent 3 days in the summer. And yes, I think a weekend or 3 nights will be plenty of time to be able to see most of the city. I stayed at the Clarion Hotel due to a couple of reasons. It was centrally located, a short walk away from the train station, the new Munch Museum, and my favorite place in the city, the Oslo Opera House. Located at the edge of the Oslofjord, in the city's Bjørvika district, the Oslo Opera House is an architectural marvel with its striking modern design and unique structure, which allows visitors to climb up onto the roof without even entering the building. This is due to its striking angular design that allows visitors to walk on its sloping marble roof for panoramic views of the city and the fjord. And one of my most favorite things to do here is to just sit, read a book, enjoy a snack, people watch, or watch the sunset.
One of my favorite hangouts here in Oslo is the Opera House. And as you can see, I'm just sitting on the slope enjoying the view and watching these people dance and have a fun time on a Friday night.
And sometimes I get a giggle out of watching people having fun with their shadows while cutting shapes. Just a few steps away from the Opera House is the Oslo Central Station, the city's main train station where people can take trains to the airport and other destinations in the country such as Bergen. The station itself is connected to many shopping areas, including Oslo City. One of the things I love most about Oslo is the fact that the city is so walkable. With its safe and clean streets, roaming the city on foot is always a pleasant experience. And not far from the central station is Oslo's main street, Karl Johans Gate, which stretches all the way to the Royal Palace. It is a vibrant and bustling avenue lined with shops, cafes, historic buildings, and cultural landmarks. Popular with both locals and tourists, the street is a hub of city life and often hosts events, street performances, and parades. Its central location and pedestrian-friendly layout make it a perfect place to experience the heart of Oslo. And on the other end of Karl Johans Gate is the Royal Palace. the official residence of the Norwegian monarch and a prominent symbol of the country's constitutional monarchy. It sits atop a gentle hill surrounded by the beautiful palace park. Built in the 19th century, the neoclassical building is still used for official functions and ceremonies. During the summer months, parts of the palace are open to the public, offering guided tours of its grand interiors. The following day, I rode my scooter down to Akershus Fortress, which opens at 6 a.m. It's a very popular tourist attraction and I wanted to enjoy a quiet stroll. Akershus Fortress is a historic medieval castle and fortress that was built in the late 13th century to protect the capital. It has served as a royal residence, military base, and prison over the centuries. Today, it is a popular tourist attraction due to its amazing views of the Oslofjord. Now in the summer, be aware this place gets really crowded just because of the views. Close to the fortress is the Oslo City Hall and Aker Brygge. Aker Brygge is a lively waterfront district in Oslo, known for its modern architecture, vibrant atmosphere, and scenic views of the Oslofjord. Once a shipyard, the area has been transformed into a popular destination filled with restaurants, shops, offices, and residential buildings. I really enjoyed strolling along the boardwalk, which offers an abundance of seaside cafes and restaurants. Also, if you feel like swimming and diving into the waters of the fjord, you can rent this floating sauna as well. And if you, like me, enjoy visiting museums, then Aker Brygge is your place. It is home to the Nobel Peace Center, the National Museum, and the Astro-Friendly Museum. I really enjoyed visiting the Nobel Peace Center. I found it fascinating to learn about those who have won this prestigious prize and their contributions to society. The National Museum is an excellent place to learn more about Norway's heritage and history. You can easily spend half a day here. There is so much to see. And the views from the rooftop are worth checking out too. I finished my visit to this museum by browsing their really cool shop and having a nice healthy lunch at their restaurant. Aker Brygge is also home to the Salmon, a very popular restaurant which I highly recommend, especially if you love seafood. But be aware that this place is very popular and in order to dine here, you must make a reservation. And from Aker Brygge, you can catch the ferry to Bygdøy, a scenic peninsula located just outside the center of Oslo. Known for its rich cultural heritage and beautiful natural surroundings. Bygdøy is also known for its beaches and its picturesque walking trails. It's often referred to as the Museum Peninsula. It is home to several of Norway's most famous museums, including the Viking Ship Museum, the Fram Museum, and the Kon-Tiki Museum. And also my favorite, the Norwegian Museum of Cultural History. The Norwegian Museum of Cultural History is one of Europe's largest open-air museums and offers an immersive insight into Norway's cultural heritage. It features over 150 historic buildings relocated from different regions of the country, including traditional farmhouses, a stave church from the 1200s, and urban homes. The museum showcases Norwegian folk traditions, costumes, crafts, and daily life from the Middle Ages to modern times. I spent hours here. I mean, who wouldn't? Look how cool it is. I then took the bus to one of my most favorite parks in the world, Frogner Park. I've been to Frogner Park several times before, but it was always during the winter time or fall. So, this was my first time to visit this beautiful park in the summer. And boy, what a difference. The gardens were in full bloom and the air smelled of roses, thanks to this amazing rose garden. Frogner Park is one of the city's most beloved green spaces, mostly known for its stunning sculpture collection by Gustav Vigeland. This installation, featuring over 200 sculptures in bronze, granite, and iron, stands as a major highlight. The expansive park also includes manicured gardens, tranquil ponds, and wide pathways, and a museum dedicated to the sculptor himself. Thank you so much for being here and for watching our video. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe. Your likes and follows are what keep us going, and we will always be grateful to you. Another place that I love visiting is the waterfall at Måla. It is a spectacular waterfall along the Akershus River. On my final day in Oslo, I decided to visit the Munch Museum, which was just a few steps away from my hotel. The Munch Museum in Oslo, known as Munch since 2020, is an art museum dedicated to the life and works of the Norwegian artist Edvard Munch. Originally opened in 1963, the museum moved to this striking new building in the Bygdøy neighborhood in 2021. The new 13-story structure houses one of the world's largest collections of a single artist's work, including paintings, drawings, and prints. The museum features several versions of Munch's most famous works, such as The Scream and Madonna, and offers panoramic views of the city and fjord from its upper floors and rooftop bar and restaurant. I have to warn you, though, that in order to view some of the most famous works, you have to wait in a long line. I just spent most of my time here viewing all the artifacts linked to Munch's life. He definitely had an interesting one, and the exhibits delved quite a bit into his psyche as well. I had an hour and a half to spare before heading to the airport, so I decided to try their restaurant. It did not disappoint. The seafood was fresh and everything I had was delicious. So, let's talk about eating out in Oslo. Eating out in Oslo can get very expensive. So, how do Adrian and I afford to eat here whenever we visit? Here's our trick. When booking your hotel, find one that provides breakfast and dinner. This will save you a lot of money, and let me tell you, the food you eat is good and not of poor quality. Another reason I keep coming back to Norway is because, in my opinion, they have the yummiest cheese in the world. Brunost, or brown cheese. Brown cheese is delicious and creamy and slightly sweet and tastes a little bit like caramel. The next place I want to talk about is Holmenkollen. I planned to visit, but I ran out of time. I've been there before and loved it. Holmenkollen is a historic and iconic ski jumping hill that's perched above the city. The area also features the Holmenkollen Ski Museum, the oldest of its kind. In the summer, you can also ride a zipline down the run. And if you do visit Oslo in the winter, you will be in for a treat. can literally ski or snowboard just minutes from the city at Oslo Winter Park, or now called Oslo Ski Moor. This is where we used to snowboard when we lived in the UK in the 2010s. It's a fun place and people here are super friendly. I loved how you can take a train from Oslo city center to the ski resort. But what you shouldn't miss is Korketrekkeren, which literally means the corkscrew in Norwegian. Korketrekkeren is a popular toboggan run known for its thrilling 2,000-meter descent through a scenic forested landscape. Originally built as a bobsled track for the 1952 Winter Olympics, it now serves as a public sledding track during the winter months. Starting from Frogner Park and ending at Midtstuen, the ride takes about 8 to 10 minutes depending on speed and is easily accessible by public transport. If you're not afraid of riding a toboggan down a run, I suggest that you do it. Adrian and I have spent many days doing so, and they were always memorable. But be careful though, because you can go down really fast if you don't control your speed. If you plan to visit many attractions and commute around Oslo a lot, I highly recommend buying the Oslo Pass. Entrance fees to most attractions can add up, and the Oslo Pass is a cost-effective way to explore most paid attractions in the city. It also provides you access to most of the transportation options, such as the trams, trains, and buses. You can also use the Oslo Pass to take the Vi trains to and from Oslo's main airport, Gardermoen. But here's another amazing option for getting to and from the airport: Flytoget. Flytoget is Norway's high-speed airport express train. Flytoget takes around 19 to 22 minutes to reach Oslo Central Station, with departures every 10 minutes during peak hours. You can book tickets online ahead of time, or you can buy tickets at the airport as well. But let me share with you my 3 favorite ways of getting around Oslo. First is walking. Oslo is such a walkable city. I have walked the streets of Oslo by myself both during the day and night, and whenever I do, I always feel safe. And it's such a beautiful city. I never tire of just exploring on foot. However, on this trip, it was during the middle of summer and the humidity was stifling. So, I used a scooter everywhere. And I'm telling you, it's so easy and fun. Download the app, and I used Bolt, and you can pay using this. If you do end up using a scooter, just make sure to follow traffic rules and be kind to pedestrians. And park the scooter properly after using it, or else you will get fined. And lastly, ride a bike. I used an electric bike for half a day, and it was a lot of fun, although a bit expensive. Download the Oslo Bicycle app and you can use a traditional bike free of charge for an hour. This app also helps you locate where the bikes are docked, which are abundant all over the city. I can't tell you how much Adrian and I love Oslo, and in particular Norway. It's such a beautiful city, and the country itself is stunning and a paradise for nature lovers like me. But you know what makes Norway so special? The Norwegians. They are by far some of the nicest and most fun human beings I have ever met. And their sense of humor? Out of this world funny. Norwegians are simply amazing and will always make you feel welcome in their country. I hope you found this video to be helpful. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. Now that we are based in Europe, we have a lot more adventures to share with you. Your likes and subscriptions will help us keep our channel up and running. Thanks again for watching, and we can't wait to see you again soon. Stay curious and keep exploring.